DS, we are live on YouTube, my friend. How goes it? Okay. That's how you're feeling right now?
Type shit, yeah.
Type shit. Okay, we're live on YouTube. I'm excited. I'm not really that excited. I'm excited to
I'm
be
excited.
doing.
I'm just these are always so fun, and
That's what I'm
uh,
saying. The
I love
live
when this
aspect is fun. The
just being
cards.
live and yapping with yapping with all the fellas and potentially ladies. I really don't know the gender of most people in our shit. I'm assuming it's all a sausage fest, but you never know, I guess, right?
eh,
So, yeah, it's just fun to do. I'm happy to do it. This card's fucking ass. There's really no way around that. It's ass.
Not
Let's
only
see.
is this card as DS, I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. The 326 is ass, and then the card after that kind of ass. Josh Emmett, Kevin Vallejos is a good fight, but like it's not. You know what I mean? It's nothing to
Yeah,
get too excited about.
welcome to the Paramount Plus era, I guess. I don't know what's happening, bro. I really don't know what's happening. Just happy to be here. And it was miserable preparing notes for this and watching film. And yeah, something you said to me right before we went live right now is it's basically just like 15, 18 dudes just making their fucking debut. What did you call it?
Yeah, it's like Contender Series Mexico. Like that's what this is. It's a bunch of dudes making their debut off the Contender Series. Shitty card, man, and I think that's a great place to start. What's up, everybody on YouTube? By the way,
What up?
um,
What up?
it's a great place to start, Diaz, because holy shit, man! Like we're at the end of February right now. March is booked through, right? We still don't have. I mean, April. I guess they gave us Josh Van versus Tatsuro Taira as the main event. Still
Yeah.
a
Who you got in that,
potential.
by the way? Who you got in that?
Tatsuro Taira. I'm like fairly
Yeah.
confident. Um,
Yeah.
so potentially Yuri and Olberg still on that card. That's like, it was leaked by ESPN, whatever. Usually those things come true, regardless of the fact we don't have really anything too exciting coming up either until the White House. Like, we don't know what the hell
And
they're
that's
doing.
in fucking June.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know what's up in May. We don't even know fully what's up in April. These fight nights are terrible. Like, they announced a bunch of fights the other day. I'm not excited about those. I mean, Hanato Moicano, Chris Duncan, like, who cares?
Oh, that was such a fucking random one for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying it's super, super damn random.
I'm
Joaquin
not a I'm
Buckley.
not a huge Chris Duncan believer. I do like the heart, and I
Yeah,
think that for me that is a big thing. But I don't know. I'm not like a huge Chris Duncan guy, truthfully.
dude. And then they did Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley, which is another super weird ass fight. Um, I don't love that. I don't know about you. How do you feel about that fight?
I mean, I get it. I get
Yeah.
like with where they're at in the rankings. I guess it does make some sense to me. Weird stylistically.
I don't love it, man. I don't love it.
I could see that being a boring fucking fight.
And
Who do you
that's the
got? Who do you got in that one?
that's the thing, man. I don't know DS. I have no
I don't
idea.
know either yet. I feel like I'm leaning Brady, but that's
I'm
another guy that comes out hella inconsistent. Like if Joaquin Buckley pressures the fuck out of him, I could see
I'm
him getting knocked out. Sean
that,
Brady does not like getting hit, bro. Bilal was putting hands on him. So
that's what Bilal TKO'd him. So think about
yeah.
that. Man, it's a super weird fight, dude. I don't know if I want Sean Brady to win that fight, if I want Joaquin Buckley to win that fight. I don't know that I necessarily care. I guess it's close to a title. Like if Buckley wins, he's going to be out there just petitioning for a title shot, going
Yeah.
fucking crazy, doing his thing. I just don't know, man. I don't know about that. Just don't know about the matchmaking. Either way, I don't know if YouTube chat is working or not. I might be wrong. Is in the chat. I know earlier YouTube's whole chat system was down for a while on lives, but I might be wrong. Says I've been saying for a while that the White House is going to leave the rest of the year abandoned and forgotten. More of a negative than a positive at this point. I want. Here's what I'll say,
I,
DS. Before
I
you
like
get
that
into
because
that,
that's kind of how it felt with like UFC 300.
see, to me, it's a little different because UFC 300 was a stacked card. It was like 13 fights. It was a full card.
Yeah.
They overstacked it. I think the White House is going to be like 6-7 fights, 6-7, right?
No
So
shit, really?
yeah, I think that's all it's going to be. I don't think we're going to get like a full slate of fights. Hopefully not, though. To be honest with you, I want this White House card to come and go. I hope it's small. I hope we get like 3 major
It's
fights.
a spectacle. It's not for your diehard fans. Really, for the it's like I'm more than anything. I'm like, is Connor gonna fight? Like that's really my question with the White House card.
Yeah, and what do you think? No, right?
I don't know, man. I've been saying no all these years. I'm taking it. I'll believe it when I see it approach. I just don't know, man. Like again, no matter what you think about him, you cannot deny that he's pure entertainment, right? Kind of like Trump, I guess, in that regard, since it's the White House card. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling on it at this point, because what else are they gonna do? Then if it's not, do you think if he's not fighting, you think it has to be John Jones then?
I think it's Ilya Taporia. I mean, he's the biggest star in the sport right now, in my opinion. You know, if you ask
And then
me,
and Ilya versus who then?
Gaethje. He just gave him the American at the White House. Ilya's gonna knock his ass out.
He's gonna knock him the fuck out, dude. And
it is what it is. You got to give the Americans.
That's how you're gonna end. And Dana knows that. That's how you're gonna end the White House card. I don't know. That's fucking crazy.
I might be wrong. Says the White House should have been the place for gimmick fights, in my opinion, etc. Connor Chandler, Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano. Yeah, so they made Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, but it's not the UFC.
We didn't talk about that one. That's highly important to talk about.
Is it?
Gina, how old is Gina Carano right now?
She's got to be like 45.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'll check for you, but
yeah,
Carano age.
I mean, Ronda should win that, right? Like, no matter what kind of shape Ronda's in at this point.
Gina Carano's 43, about to be 44. Yeah, Ronda should. She looked good for what the fuck that's worth. I saw her cracking some pads. Ronda looked pretty good. So I'm not interested at all in that fight. What I am interested
I'll tune in, you know.
Here's what I'm interested, though. What I am interested in is Netflix going to continue doing this? Is the MVP promotion going to continue doing MMA? Because we lost Bellator, and DS, since Bellator has been gone, like PFL can't hold a fucking candle to what Bellator used to do.
Bro, I don't even hear anything about PFL.
PFL's absolutely trash right now. These other leagues don't matter. It would be nice if Netflix, with their fucking backbone, like the money that they have, if they're able to compete, start getting some of these, even if it's like the washed up stars, you kind of do it like how Affliction used to do it back in the day. You know what I mean? Get some of these washed up stars. Give me Nate Diaz.
Just make fun, like make the fights that were never made necessarily, because maybe they were a few weight classes apart. Now they're both fat, so just throw them in.
That's what I'm saying, right? You get George Masvidal. Like, give me something. Give me something entertaining. I'd be down to shit for that. I would,
Jorge, by the way.
Sure. I would like a lot, like, I would like that. I would enjoy having what GFL was supposed to be. Let Netflix do that because they actually have the money.
Yo, I might GFL, bro.
I saw post something today, by the way.
I completely forgot about that, bro. They were trying to gas that up so hard, and that was such an obvious. That was the Fire Fest of MMA organizations. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And I guess I can give it away now because it doesn't matter. But when GFL was like first coming out, real quick, I might be wrong, because every year the PFL prize money goes down. It's sad. Yeah, they dropped it from $1 million to like 500,000. I was talking to Patricky Pitbull DS, like you were there. It was me and you talking to Patricky, and we were like, "What's up? Any fights? Like, what's going on?" And he was like, "GFL. Like, I just signed to GFL." And then he gave us a name, and I forgot who it was, but it was like a pretty big name.
I can't remember now. Yeah, but yeah, it was definitely.
It was like
on paper a solid fight. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They like a older name, but like somebody like a former UFC champion kind of shit. And we're like, damn, that's amazing. And it was supposed to be in New York. Like, he had a date, and then all of a sudden it was just like fucking GFL goes belly up. He ended up in PFL. Now he's in Ryzen. So I guess, you know, we could talk about that. But either way, man, just an absolute shit show. I don't like what PFL has become either. I'm glad that Brian Battle has a main event coming up in the PFL. That's good for him. Obviously, you know, it's given a career to a lot of people we fuck with, DS. Like, Impa Kasang and I went there, made a couple $1 million. That's great to see. It's great to see Brian Battle getting another opportunity.
You think Battle gets back to the UFC? I feel like he has to, right?
Yeah,
he'll
absolutely.
Be back. Yeah,
absolutely.
He's too talented, and it's like he's unlocked. Like, it's look, man, it's one of those things, right? Like, life puts you through certain situations, whatever. You fucked up, you missed weight, you did this, you did that, you make the best of it. I love the shit that he's been doing on the mic since, right? Like, I feel like that's going to take him to a different level, and it's going to be one of those where he's going to win his next fight, and then I feel like he'll be in the UFC after that.
Yeah, 100%. Brian Battle, I think 2 more fights just show the promotion that, you know, he's more committed now. He's making weight, whatever the case is. Either way, I hope that Netflix actually does some shit with the MVP promotion, and they make themselves a league, man. I would love another weekly or bi-weekly or every 3 weeks just to have like an MMA show. Either way, DS. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I'm about to switch topics. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
So, by the way, this card's so ass. So, whatever you guys want to talk about, just let us know. Something I wanted to touch on is you saw the video of Sean O'Malley, right? Talking about how
Fighter pay.
15 million fighter pay and all this shit.
Yeah.
Conor Ben is getting, 15 million and all this shit. And he was obviously, he's like, I'm not going to believe it till I confirm it, blah, blah, blah. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's going to cause any waves? Do you think we see more fighters come out and be fucking pissed? Or do you think just it is what it is and it's just going to kind of be swept under the rug?
A little bit of both, right? When it comes to fighter pay, DS, the majority of these guys, as shitty as it sounds, they don't have anything to stand on. Like, you have nothing to stand on. You have no defense. Like, what are you going to do? Tell the UFC if they don't pay you more, you're leaving? Like,
yeah. Again, we just talked about the alternative organizations and where you can go, right?
You're super replaceable.
I guess I could have framed it better as somebody who does have some legs to stand on when it comes to that, right? Like,
sure,
if you're a top fighter, you're a contender, even contenders, really. I guess it's more just like if you have a good backing, a good following.
Right. So the people we're talking about are the superstars, right? So you're talking about Ilia Topuria, Islam Makhachev, Alex Pereira. Like, you're talking about the top of the top. They would be able to maybe get a little bit more. But here's the thing, man. A lot of people in the MMA community, right? Like, there is a lot of crossover with MMA and boxing fans, but maybe not as much as you think. I know me and you both, like, we've been watching the UFC forever, but we grew up on boxing, right? So we understand that world to an extent. And I believe you, similar to me right now, don't watch nearly as much boxing as you used to, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Right. So I'll watch maybe and I was talking in somebody's chat. I don't know if it was Bromo's chat or if it was the other 10-7. I was in somebody's chat the other day and they were talking about this and they're like, does anyone watch boxing? And I was like, well, I'll tune into like the big fights, right? I'll tune into.
I'll watch like the majority of the card when it's like a big fight.
Sure. But I was like, I'll probably tune into like 8 to 10 cards a year, not the card itself. Like, I'm talking co-main. Like, I'll tune in during the co-main for the main event, right? And that's your Usyks, that's your Furies, that's Anthony Joshua.
I'll watch it.
Right. You know what I mean? Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia. Like, I'll tune in for those guys. But again, it's such a one-off, DS, that I don't even know they're fighting until like a few days before.
Oftentimes it's you that messages me as like, yo, this shit's happening tonight.
Right. Like, Tank Davis is fighting tonight. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it just popped up on me. So we're not really like in that world. But what I can tell you from like watching boxing a lot back in the day, and then I don't know that a lot of MMA fans understand is like the money in boxing is ridiculous compared to the money in MMA. Like, the people at the top have always and will always make so much goddamn money because there's so much competition, right? When you watch a boxing match, DS, when you watch a world title fight and it's for the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, like all the fucking titles, just because you have those titles, like, you're not bound to fighting on their card because a promotion puts on those cards, right? It's Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy, or it's Floyd Mayweather's promotion.
A lot of these, as soon as you're big enough, you make your own promotion.
That's what I'm saying. So they get to fight and defend these belts wherever they can get the most money. If you're the UFC champion, you are defending on a UFC card. You don't have the opportunity to talk to a promoter, to pick a location, to pick a stadium.
It's the same reason. It goes hand in hand with the fact that the UFC fighters, like, they used to, they cannot fucking pick their own sponsors even.
Right. So
that's a huge part of it, right?
Yeah. So they're fucked, man. Regardless of the fact, I think maybe a guy like Ilia Topuria, maybe an Alex Pereira and Islam Makhachev could maybe get like a little extra money out of it.
Yeah, but but those guys are making enough where.
Yeah, but nobody on the bottom of boxing cards is making money, DS.
I know.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I guess really who we're talking about is guys who are big names but aren't champions and they're not getting pay-per-view shares. Like a Sean O'Malley right now, where he's in a weird like limbo where, he's technically a big star, but how much what is he? He's not making 5 million a fight now. You know what I mean?
No, Sean O'Malley's making like $1 million. Nobody's making that. Like, Ilia Topuria is making the most money per fight. He's making like 3.5 to 4 million.
Yeah.
Right now. I mean, obviously you take McGregor out of it. Ilia Topuria is making like 3.5 to 4 million per fight. I mean, Dricus du Plessis making around 2. I know he's up there. Marab's making about $1.5 million. Now that he lost his belt, who knows? So that's kind of what they're getting paid at the top.
And yet you still want to tell me that John Jones wasn't ducking Tom Aspinall and he was being offered 30 mil.
Right. Well, Tom Aspinall's got his own issues, DS, right now.
We don't have to get into all that right
My boy
now.
can't see. Let's get into this UFC Mexico card.
All right, let's
Uh,
do it.
I don't want to. It's dog shit, but
It's
we
dog
might
shit.
as well, right? That's what we're here for.
I
Main event,
guess.
super important DS for Brandon Moreno.
God,
Uh,
you know what? It's one of those where it's a weird feeling where like the whole rest of the card I don't really give a fuck about. The
yeah.
co-main event's ass. Pretty much every fight's ass, right? You got
Yeah.
Marlon Vera on the card, fine. But I really want Brandon Moreno to win, and
Yeah.
it's a tough fight, man. And obviously, it was supposed to be Asu Amabayev, and now it's a totally different kind of fighter in Loner Kavanaugh. So,
And Asu Almabayev was a tough fight as well.
of
For
course, it was.
completely different reasons, right? But what I
Do you
want to
think
say,
Brandon Moreno's done?
well, that's what the thumbnail says, right? So we're gonna get into that, but I do want to say, DS, Brandon Moreno, like if he loses this fight, it's over. It's fucking over.
It's over.
It's completely over. And what
Honestly,
a fucking opportunity. Real quick, what an opportunity for Loney Kavanaugh to step in on short notice. This fight fell in his lap. This fight was originally offered to Charles Johnson when Almabayev pulled out. Charles Johnson accepted. He took his medical. The UFC did not clear him, right? Because he took that KO loss.
Which is such a shame. Which it's like which is so fucked because like the one time CJ was about to get his comeuppance in a positive way, and no,
and he gets screwed over.
Fuck, man, that's so crazy.
Super goddamn unfortunate, but Loney Kavanaugh now unranked once again, rightfully so, getting an opportunity to fight like a top 3, top 4 guy. Huge opportunity for him. Let's get into this card. I want to fly through
bottom to top or top to bottom.
Let's go bottom up. Let's go bottom up.
All right, so that the people stick around, huh?
There we go.
All right, sounds good, man. Let's get into it. All right, first fight of the night is you guys all know these guys.
Yeah.
Both of them for sure, I'm sure. Wes Schultz, he's taking on Damian Pinas. It's a middleweight fight. Dino Bam Bam, how do you see this one going?
Yeah, first and foremost, so many people on this card.
DS?
Right. Or so many damn people making their debuts on this card. And I was going to say one of them, Damian Pinas, who a lot of people.
Oh, it was the first time I said it, it didn't register. And I was like, wait a minute.
A lot of people super excited for Pinas. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. There are a lot of fans of Pinas out there. That's all
probably
I'm saying.
This guy probably Pinas probably run of the mill Pinas.
You think just like a regular?
Yeah, I don't like. He's not like a. You know what I mean? He's not like anything special in terms of like the Pinas.
Right.
Pinas.
All right. So look here, DS. Here's the breakdown. Damian Pinas, super explosive. Okay. He's an explosive Pinas, and he's super goddamn athletic. Look, he's fast, man. He's really goddamn physical. He carries some real power for the division. He doesn't have as much experience as Wes Schultz does on a higher level, but he looks confident. The kid looks super goddamn athletic and scary. He's taking on Wes Schultz, and if you just look at these two guys, like you would be like, this guy looks super scary. This guy doesn't look as scary, but Wes Schultz is still a pretty good fighter, man. Very durable, good cardio. He's super goddamn gritty. He likes to fight at like a pretty high, consistent pace. DS. He's tough, man.
Do you think he would hit the Gwitty?
He might hit the Gwitty. He's just hoping not to get hit by Pinas. You know what I mean? And I think really that's all of our goals in life. Unless there's some ladies or some other fellas that like that in the chat. I don't know.
There isn't, but you know who is here?
Who is here?
Shiv Singh.
Shout out Shiv Singh. Hi, guys. You're from India. There we go. Shout out Anshul Jubilee. What do you got to say, DS, to India?
India. Panchot. Majamache, Baisab. That's pretty much all I got to say.
And I might be wrong, says Schultz is going to feel the Pinas power. Yeah, I agree. I'm going Pinas. Let's fly through these. Round 2 TKO. I think he's just super goddamn explosive. No pun intended, DS. He can hang in there for a bit. No pun intended. He's going to find his range. Give me Damian Pinas, round 2 KO. By the way, Wes Schultz, just not that good. Not impressed when watching this guy. He's just like a tough, gritty guy. And I believe he lost. He got his ass whooped by Mansur Abdul Malik the first time he was on the Contender Series. They brought him back because they like him. I don't see it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't see it either. For me, Schultz, I do like the aggressive chain wrestling. I feel like he's trying to get it against the fence, right? He's comfortable making it ugly in there. For me, one big concern that I have about him, I feel like his entries are very predictable. And for me, for a guy that's like that, to me, that's like really the only way that he's going to be able to do some damage in this fight. if your entries are so predictable, I just don't think he's gonna have a lot of success with it. So I just don't see it, man. Right? For me, Pinas, sharp, compact striker. I've seen him be pretty calm under pressure. He's got some real power, like you said. For me, I think he's going to be able to find enough space. I guess for me, like this is one of those where you're going to be able to know early, right? Like if Schultz shoots early and gets a takedown, I think it could be competitive, and maybe he's got a shot. I just don't see it, man. I just think that Pinas is going to be able to have enough range to get a TKO. Same thing as you, TKO round 2.
For what it's worth, 88% on Tapology picking Pinas. I agree with WMC. Super unfortunate name. Yes, I like that you said he compact Pinas. You know what I mean? And that's not a problem.
Like, it's not a micro Pinas, it's just a compact Pinas. So
right, there we go. I might be wrong. Schultz's whole style is just pressure until he gets a good
What if
position.
his nickname was Micro, though? Like,
Micro Pinas.
Yeah.
Damien Micro
honestly,
Pinas.
Damien Micro Pinas. That would hit different.
That would hit different. Imagine him in a main event, bro. Pinas for the title?
The one, the only.
So I might be wrong, says he's getting clipped by the big Pinas power. Who's going to be announcing that name? I mean, obviously Bruce Buffer. DS, would you do it? You'd do it, right?
Announce Pinas? Fuck yeah. What?
That's what I'm saying. Shiv Singh, will India ever win UFC title? It's going to maybe in 10 years, like a decade. You guys need some time. You have so many goddamn people in India, but it's the same problem that India faces in a lot of sports, DS. It's the fact that the resources are not there. The sports organizations, they're corrupt as fuck. The federations, there's a billion people. Like, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
There's no reason that India should be bad at anything.
Yeah.
Basketball is India. Like India's kind of they're glowing up a little bit in basketball. Dude, they're so fucking corrupt. I saw a thing on that on YouTube. It's brutal that you're telling me you can't find 5 guys that are really good at basketball. There's a money problem. You know how the fuck it goes. There's a funding problem. There's a corruption problem. Go for it, Diaz.
The best athlete I know from India is Little Biggie.
Shout out Little Biggie.
So, and what's his boy's name?
There's a lot of them. There's Muzammel. I'm a big Muzammel fan.
I hate
Mr. Griddy.
Right. So to me, like, Shiv Singh, get him to lock in, bro. Okay, get in the weight room, like fucking, just get him like in India, lock in. All right, from D107 MMA, just lock in. Okay,
I'm saying.
So, will they ever win a UFC title? I'm gonna say no, but I'm Bosnian, and Bosnia's never gonna win one either. So, like, don't catch a feeling now. I'm just being honest. So,
I'm just saying, man. Like, they have a billion people. They should be good at everything. But they're not. The problem is they don't have enough women. Not women, woman. And then I might be wrong, says, what about Anshul Jubilee? He beats Habib on paper. That's right. He does beat Habib on paper. But Quillian Salkhild is Pakistani, and he might be a world champion one day. So,
well, hold on. I'm sure Shiv Singh probably fucking hates that.
Yeah, I know, of course. But
you're just rubbing his face in it now. So
I'm just saying, neighbors, right? Neighbors.
Yeah. All right. Should we move on?
Yeah, please.
Cool. Let's move on to the next fight of the night, which is Eric Silva. He's taking on your boy, Francis Marshall. This is a 145-pound fight. How do you see this one playing out?
Why the fuck would Francis Marshall be my boy? He lost to he beat our boy, Dennis Bazookia, by some bullshit.
Your boy.
You don't fuck with Dennis?
No, it's not that I don't fuck with him. I just don't. He was big timing us, bro. He was big timing us for a year.
But he came around. He was a very nice guy. Very nice guy. Regardless, Eric Silva taking on Francis Fire Marshall. Here's what I'm going to say, DS. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I do think Francis Marshall is going to win this fight. I think he is the more aggressive fighter. I think he's the better fighter damn near everywhere this fight goes. I am picking him by finish. There is a massive fucking problem here for me, though. Minus 750.
Yeah.
Minus 750 for Francis Marshall versus fucking anybody in the UFC is bananas. Vegas can go fuck themselves. I don't know where this line came from. If it was pushed to 750, we got to talk to Harry about this. This looks like
Silva's got like decent striking. He's not like a fucking like a moron. I don't know. Like that's a crazy line.
Yeah, absolutely fucking nuts.
You're right, Harry. I would love to get Harry's take on this.
Yeah. Go Francis Marshall TKO round 3.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've got all that being said, I've got Francis Marshall too, right? He's a massive favorite. It's weird, right? To me, the stylistic matchup here is an American wrestler, Francis Marshall, versus an opponent who can be made to work off his back, right? Like we've kind of seen that happen before. I think Marshall's easiest path to victory is going to be to get top control, just kind of ride it out, a little bit of ground and pound. I think ultimately he's going to get a submission in this one. For me, the keys for Eric Silva, if he's going to have a chance to win this, he's got to win the early minutes on the feet, right? I think he's got to get Francis Marshall to respect the power early. He cannot get stuck underneath and just kind of wasting energy on bottom position for 10 minutes at a time. But I think that's kind of what's going to happen, man. For me, Marshall, I think he's going to get a takedown. I don't think he's going to play around too much on the feet here. For me, I think I see submission round 2, man.
Yeah, I think the clinch work is going to be too much. I agree. It's the grappling as a whole that's going to be too much. Francis Marshall's he's tough, DS. He's very strong as well. He looks physically strong for his size. He looks like a big 45er. You know what I mean?
Damn, the glazing is crazy.
Hey, I might be wrong. I'm a Francis Marshall glazer, but these odds are fucking crazy. Yeah, it's like it's fucking criminal. It just shows you, like, if nothing else, it shows you Vegas does not want you making a cent. Does not want you making a fucking cent on there.
Like, to me, the fact that like a good UFC better like which like us, for example, like what, we're over 70% 2 years running. Not saying, just saying. All right. That was a good transition, though, you got to admit. But you know, just the fact that that's a thing and those are the percentages, nobody like Francis Marshall should ever be in these kind of odds. So,
and again, on Tapology,
honestly, minus 350 is exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I swear to God, that's the exact number I had in mind.
Yeah. And by the way, Tapology being fucking swayed, 94% Francis Marshall. That's crazy. I understand honestly, Eric Silva, bro,
sprinkle on Eric Silva. Sprinkle the fuck out of Eric Silva. He's got some decent hands. He's 9-3. He's not like a fucking complete bum. I don't think he's gonna win. Don't bet the house on it. But dude, at those odds, like, come on, man.
Teron Brown in the chat. What up, boys? What
up? What up, Teron? Type shit.
Damn, sick ass salute. That was like a very foreign salute with the hand this way.
You know what I mean?
That's some fucking Eastern Europe back in the day shit. You know what I'm saying?
I did with my left hand on some Fuji ass shit. All right.
Yeah, big fucking time. Let's move on, DS.
Let's move on. All right, third fight of the night, and I know you are foaming at the mouth for this one. We've got Ernesta Karakaitis. She is taking on Regina Tarin. This is a catchweight fight, by the way. They're fighting at 130 randomly. How do you feel about this one?
No, that's amazing. I'm glad you brought that up because it's really important. Look, DS, I don't like Ernesta Karakait, man. Look, she's tough. She's scrappy. She'll make fights slightly competitive. She's just not that good in general, man. There's nothing really special about her. She has some decent experience, I guess, against like solid competition. That's really it. She's taken on an undefeated UFC undefeated debutante, right? From Mexico, 7-0, Regina Tarin, whatever. Like,
she doesn't even look Mexican, to be honest.
And there's no odds yet. This fight was just put together. You know why they just put this fight together, right? It's a Mexico card. It's Mexico themed. Yep. This lady's gonna win the fucking fight. It's gonna be
undefeated Mexican fighter. She's not like hideous.
It's gonna be a decision, and there's no way in hell the decision goes anyway but for her. 29-28. Maybe a weird 30-27. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know, man. Like, here, I'm pretty sure, like, we're going to end up seeing Ernesta be a favorite here. And, you know, the short notice dynamic, like you said, I feel like the UFC knows what they're doing, though. Like, they wouldn't throw in this girl to lose. So I actually am going to pick her as well. I have zero confidence in this pick. For me, the keys here are going to be for Tarin. She's got to start fast, right? She's got to force those exchanges. She cannot accept being in like a prolonged clinch, dirty ass boxing situation. I feel like that is not where she wants to be. I think she is going to be the more aggressive fighter here. For Kirakai, I think she's just got to kind of survive that first surge and put Tarin on the fence and make it boring as fuck, and then try to do a little bit of damage. I just feel like Tarin is she's the younger fighter. She's going to be kind of more in her face. She's going to be more aggressive. I expect her to win too. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be fucking boring, but I'll take her as well by decision.
Yeah. Get to the chat real quick. Shiv Singh, who has,
by the way, did you say only 21 years old?
Only 21 years old, which is a great age, DS. Phenomenal fucking times. I would kill to be 21 again. All I'm saying, even though we were doing dumb shit at 21. Shiv Singh, who has more chances of winning the BMF title? Charles Dubronx Oliveira or Max Blessed Holloway. DS, do you want to give him an early prediction?
Wait, say it again.
He's asking who's got a better shot, Oliveira or Holloway?
Dude, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, I'm gonna go Holloway, dude. I just think the boxing is gonna be too good, and like he knows what Oliveira is gonna try to do to him. And I just think Max has looked better lately, right? I'm not super confident right now. I mean, I know who they are. I've watched all their fights, right? But like I've not put my official prediction together for that yet. I'm gonna go Max right now, but dude, I can't wait for that fucking fight.
And same thing with me. Like, obviously, these are guys I don't even need to watch film on these guys, DS. These are dudes that we know, no homo, pause, no diddy, inside and out, right? We know everything about these guys. There's like seldom a moment when a fight gets announced, a main event, a title fight, 2 stars, 2 big names that like I don't have an instant like, yep, that's the guy that's going to win. I'm like super uncomfortable with this fight, but I agree. I think I'm going to be going with Max Holloway in this fight due to the same shit you were saying, man. He's looked better than Charles. Obviously, Charles got chinned not too long ago. I know he had a great bounce back win, but fuck, Max looks powerful at 55, man. Max Holloway looks like a different guy at 155. So for now, but Shiv Singh, if you want to know the official prediction and the official pick, where we actually go over 70% on picks, DS, like and subscribe, and we'll be dropping a ton of videos next week regarding that. Tehran Brown. Francis Marshall got robbed in that fight against the Brazilian prospect at 145. Fuck Francis Marshall. That's how I feel about it. I miss Goldie. Shout out, I miss Goldie. Brother, every Mexican winning apart from Regina Diaz, she's getting whooped by Ernesta Caracait. Okay? I miss Goldie wants you to know that.
Yeah, look. He's saying that she fought cans. If we're looking at Ernesta's record, right? Just a couple fights back, okay? Fighting a girl that's 0-0, a girl that's 2-0, a girl that's 0-1, a girl that's 4-0. They've both fought fucking cans. So I don't know that I can dig my heels in on something like that as like a high level analysis. More than anything, I'm going off the eye test here, and I just think like, dude, it's women's MMA, right? For me, like aggression. If you're just more aggressive, sometimes you're just gonna win the fucking fight, and that's what I expect. I think the crowd will be a factor. Also, one thing we didn't talk about here, bro, Mexico City.
Altitude.
All right. You got to keep that in mind too. So that's going to be a factor throughout this card, obviously, but that's something that we haven't really mentioned. I just want you guys to keep that in mind. One of the highest altitude cities in the world. So
boom. I might be wrong, says Caracait is a split decision merchant. She's not getting a close decision in Mexico. I agree. Serena was scheduled to fight today, so cardio won't be an issue. And then Tehran Brown says some Mexicans have European roots, DS, mostly from Spain. That's why she does not look like a typical Mexican, which is native. The more
Tehran
you know.
Brown, UFC aficionado and history buff.
Boom. Shout out Tehran fucking Brown. I miss Goldie. Nope. She's only fought cans on the regional. Ernesta beat Carly Judice, or your girl Judice, as you like to say. I got Du Bronx from Tehran Brown, and he said, hey, go with the underdog. That's what I miss Goldie says. Yeah. Fuck it. Sprinkle on
underdog in Mexico, making her debut. She's undefeated.
We also don't know because there's no odds yet. Who the fuck knows what the odds are going to be on this? I'm not like
I feel like she will be the underdog. I think he's right.
Maybe. So we shall see when that goes, when that comes through. We'll update you guys on our Instagram, the 107 MMA.
Type shit.
Yes.
All right, let's move the fuck on. And okay, next fight, we've got Douglas Silva de Andrade. He's taking on Javier Reyes. Dino Bam Bam, take it away.
Yeah, Douglas Silva de Andrade. Let's start there, DS. Super goddamn experienced. Ton of fights on his resume, man. He's a very dangerous fighter everywhere, on the feet, on the ground. He's super goddamn opportunistic at times, especially on the ground. He stays calm under pressure, DS. He knows how to capitalize on his opponent's mistakes. Just like a well-rounded veteran, man. He's taken on Javier Reyes, who is also well-rounded and pretty damn capable himself, but nowhere near the experience levels of Douglas Silva de Andrade. He does have finishing ability, but he can get very goddamn reckless. And that's why I'm going Douglas Silva de Andrade, DS. I think
come on, I feel like you're taking every fucking underdog that I'm taking.
Hey, I don't have many dogs.
By the way, for the record, we don't ever discuss these picks. Well, not ever, but like for the most part, we never discuss our picks before we go on. So
yeah, we barely discuss them. Look, man, I know Douglas Silva de Andrade is 40. That's the question mark to me. If he looks old, once Father Time catches up with you, you're fucked, and it comes really fast, and we never know when it's going to come. If he does not look like shit, if the chin is not cracked, he should win this fight. He's a better fighter than Javier Reyes, but there is an 8-year age gap. That's what worries me. I'm going Douglas Silva de Andrade by submission, DS. I think Reyes is going to have some moments, but Andrade is eventually going to get this fight to the ground and get himself a little neck. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So here, this is one where the altitude does scare me a little bit, right? So what I like about Andrade is I think he's gonna be losing the fight at points, right? Like I think he's gonna probably be out point fought, if that makes sense. But I do like the power. He's got good timing, he's got good patience, he doesn't tend to overreact. So I don't think he needs a high output to win this fight, man. I think he's gonna have a moment where he just lands a nice clean shot. He's compact, he's patient. And when he lands, oftentimes with serious intent, again, you said he's 40, man. So it's not like a crazy, confidence pick by any means. Reyes is the younger, more explosive guy. He's probably going to have more volume. I think he's going to win more exchanges. I think it's going to be a close fight. In my mind, I don't know. I just see Andrade knocking him out in like the early third round after a very close fight. And he might even be down at that point.
Okay. I like it, man. KO is not what I'm going with. I'm going with submission, but I don't mind, like, from a betting perspective, double chancing it, right? You get a dog, you double chance it. Why not? Real quick, though, this is what it's all about right here, Diaz. This right here is what it's all about. Shiv Singh, thank you, my friend. Thank you for subscribing to D107 MMA.
Appreciate
for the
it,
rest
bro.
of you guys in here, if you haven't clicked the button, click it. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. Teron Brown, who I know, DS, is a subscriber. He had no idea that Douglas Silva de Andrade were still in the UFC.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. Well, I did, but I feel you on why you would say that, to be honest. So it's not like he's made like a ton of noise. So, all right, let's move on to the next fight, which is
Jesus.
Is it Christian Quinones? Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Versus Chris Moutinho. What an interesting fight this is. How do you think this one's going to go?
Shout out Chris fucking Moutinho, bro.
I swear to God, shout out Chris Moutinho.
Hey, like the OG sacrificial lamb.
We were there.
We were there. We were there. The first sacrificial lamb date that they set him. God forbid they give this guy just like a winnable, easy fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every time
he's plus 490. Yeah, plus 490.
DS, if you don't watch MMA, okay, which I don't know why the fuck you'd be watching this or the UFC prelims, but if you don't watch MMA and Chris Moutinho is in the UFC and he's fighting, the guy that he's fighting against, like the UFC's trying to push that guy.
I was thinking the same thing. Yep.
And for as tough as Chris Moutinho is, shout out what he did at UFC 264 versus Sean O'Malley. As you mentioned, we were there. We all had fucking Sean O'Malley by finish, and we were sweating the shit out of it. Bad stoppage by Herb Dean, believe it or not.
Yeah.
This kid is tough as fuck.
That was Sean O'Malley on the up, too.
Right.
Like, they were like, why is he fighting Chris Moutinho? But
on a Connor card. You know exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
Look, man, Chris Moutinho is all heart DS. He's tough as hell. He walks forward like a zombie. He can absorb damage really goddamn well. Sometimes if you hit like Malcolm Wellmaker, you might put his ass out. There's really not much that Chris Moutinho does well in any aspect of MMA besides being tough. He's taken on Christian Quinones, very durable, pretty experienced kid, comfortable over the course of 3 rounds. Cardio's not going to be an issue. Good volume, enough power to sustain himself, enough grappling. He's well-rounded, DS. I don't think Christian Quinones goes very far in terms of rankings or anything like that. He's going to win this fight, and he's probably going to finish Chris Moutinho. I'm going Christian Quinones, round 2 TKO. I think Moutinho is going to look all right in this fight.
Yeah. I could see Quinones like kind of chasing a knockout in this one, right? And I feel like Chris Moutinho is the kind of tough son of a bitch where like he's not going to let it happen in the first round. But I also have a TKO in the second. I just think like his only path is to make it a disgusting brawl, create chaos, force that brawl. He's not gonna win like a clean striking match. He's just not. I don't see this fight going to the ground at all. Moutinho's whole thing is his toughness, right? So, but at this level, durability isn't defense, right? So Quinones is going to be the much cleaner, more accurate striker. He's going to land more. If he can stay composed, I could see a first round knockout. But I think Chris Moutinho is tough as fuck. Big ups to him, and I think he lasts at least 1 round and gets knocked out or TKO in the second.
Yeah, TKO as well, by the way. I know that doesn't matter. I don't think he's getting
I don't see him getting knocked out clean. I just don't.
Yeah. I know he did last time out, but yeah, I don't see it. I might be wrong in the chat. Says Moutinho's going to get Ateba Gautier next, which is like,
Good lord.
you know what I mean? Just 40 pounds up. But yeah, that's the type of matchups they give this guy,
Yeah,
essentially.
good lord. Yep.
Shiv Singh, DS, he wants to know who could be Islam Makhachev's next fight.
What's fucking bro? The next fight is gonna be your boy Ian Gary.
Ian Gary. Ian Gary is the most likely. Option 2, I believe, is still Kamaru Usman. And then the third,
they want Kamaru Usman so bad, but I feel like it would be embarrassing if they just give it to him. They would want him to like win one more fight. And
yeah. And then third option,
that's a big
DS,
if.
is Michael Morales. Those are the only three
I just
possibilities.
don't see that one, bro.
I don't see it either. I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna
no,
rank
I
them,
get it. I get it. I just and like rankings wise makes complete sense. I just don't see it. Ian Gary, and again, we talked about this. Ian Gary is now he's in Georgia.
Yeah.
So there.
You see the video today?
Huh?
Did you see that video today that was on like social media?
No, which one?
Some like Georgian fan walks up to Ian Gary in the street. He's like, Islam Makhachev, you're going to fuck Islam Makhachev. And Ian Gary's like, I'm training.
That's crazy. Because that's crazy because he's not even fucking his own wife.
Hey,
no, I hated that. I'm sorry. That's not
Come
for
on,
me
DS.
to say.
I know it's at all.
That's not for me to say. And you know,
you're not that kind of guy, dude. Like
I'm
you're
not. I'm like
guy.
I respect. Like you know, if that's what he's into, bro. Like cuck chairs are huge right now. Like
look,
I've seen
cuck chairs. The DS I knew wouldn't do that. The DS I knew wouldn't do that.
Don't hit me with. I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
All right. Next fight is, and so this one is very exciting. We got Macy Chasson. She is taking on your girl, Ailin Perez. I actually am genuinely excited and curious to see what you have to say about this.
What is exciting you about this, DS?
Just Ailin Perez, I guess. And like you can see her vagina on the internet if you want.
That's good. Look, I fucking hate Macy Chasson. Everyone knows that.
I know you do. You really do.
Yeah, I really do. I don't like Ailin Perez either. She's been on fucking fire. Minus 166 looks like good odds, DS. Ailin Perez, for what it's worth, she's really goddamn aggressive. She's very relentless. She has a high output. She has a good grappling base. Macy Chasson's a decent fighter, too. She's long-bodied. I could see her presenting some problems for Ailin Perez. But at the end of the day, this fight is taking place in Mexico. This is a Latin American fighter. They want Ailin Perez. They have something to gain from her. They have nothing to gain from Macy Chasson. I don't see Macy Chasson getting a finish at all in this fight. So it's going to decision. They're going to give it to the girl who's going to twerk for the crowd. Ailin Perez most likely wins this fight. I'm not super comfortable about it, but I'm pretty comfortable about it.
Yeah, so the big drama or storyline here is that, I don't know if you saw it, Perez said that she's not going to fight if Chasson misses weight. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
So she said that if she misses weight, she is not fighting. And if you followed, who hasn't followed Macy Chasson's career, she's obviously had weight issues before. So it's not just
she looks like Justin Bieber, dog. Like, what are we talking about?
It's not. She's had the scale issues before, so it's not just random bullshit. Obviously, on the feet, Chasson is the better fighter, right? She's got the size, the reach, the clinch knees. Perez is really just pace and like relentless grappling, which, dude, I didn't think she'd get as far as she did. So good for her. She's comfortable with it getting disgusting and messy and physical. I can, like, bro, like a year ago, I would have picked Chasson like this, like easily.
Yeah.
So right now, man, it's a very 50-50 fight for me. I'll be honest with you, because I could see a world where Chasson just like uses her length, uses that reach to keep her at bay. I'm going to go with Perez by decision, man. I think a decision is pretty much guaranteed here. I guess I could see a sub. I don't really see that at all, to be honest with you. But it's like a tiny percent of me could see that. For me, Perez, she's just got to force that. She's basically got to do the Marab thing, right? Just like relentless takedowns, keep it nasty, keep it just aggressive as fuck. Chasson, if it stays on the feet, I think she's just a much better fighter there. So it's interesting because like they both have their very different strengths and weaknesses here. But like you said, man, I expect a pretty close fight. If it's going to be close, I think they're going to give it to Perez. So I'm going to pick her by decision. I'm not super confident though.
And she for sure drives like a Subaru Outback, right? Macy Chasson.
No doubt about that.
Like, she's for sure doing that. I might be wrong in the chat. We are all standing behind Island Perez in this fight. Let's get it. You stand back. What's all that
I was going to
movement
say, I'm
back
sure
there?
you'd love to stand behind Island Perez.
Right. What's all that movement back there, Diaz? You know what I mean? That kind of shit. And then here's an look.
I feel
Singh.
like she would smell bad. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like she would smell like a little funky.
Remember when Marab was smacking her booty? That was fun times. According to me, says Shiv Singh, Usman can give a tougher fight to Islam than I believe Ian Gary is what he's saying, Diaz.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree because I think Ian Gary has really good takedown defense, and I know Islam's different. I expect Islam to win that fight still. I just think fucking Usman's done at this point, bro.
Too old. His knees are fucked.
Too old. He hasn't been active. Like, I would have loved to see this in their prime, like in his prime. I would have loved to see Usman in his prime take on Islam, right? Just now it's gimmicky to me.
Yeah, who cares at this point? You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right.
Let's move on. We're dragging a little bit. Let's go next fight, which is Jose Medina. He is taking on Ryan Gondra. I'm sure everybody knows both of these guys. How do you see this fight going?
Yeah, similar to the Chris Matinho situation, Diaz. Jose Medina, man, not so good of a fighter, but fuck, tough as nails, bro. This is the guy that I believe he did fight at Tebo Gautier. So that's like literally the middleweight version of Chris Matinho. This kid's tough. He got signed on the Contender Series just because he didn't get knocked the fuck out. Bolivia needs themselves a fighter. Look, awesome. I'm happy he got himself a couple paychecks. He gets to say that I was in the UFC. He's not going to win this fight. He's not going to win any fights in the UFC, Diaz.
No,
that's just
I
what
agree
it boils down to.
He's not UFC caliber.
Right. And Ryan Gondra, look, tough. He's got some good experience. He's been in there with some solid competition. This is his fight to win. Probably a knockout. It'll probably take 2 to 3 rounds to get that on Jose Medina, who again is tough as nails. He's just not good, man. He's just not UFC caliber. It's unfortunate. It's sad. I'll be rooting for him. I just don't see it.
Yep. Yeah, Gondra, massive favorite. A lot of massive favorites on this card, and it makes sense. This is why me and you always say we hate these themed cards for this exact reason, right? So for me, Gondra's better everywhere. I just think he's got like he can win it any which way he wants. KO, ground and pound, just bullying him for control. Medina's got a reputation of just like being willing to exchange. I think that's also code for just like he gets hit a lot. So Medina's only way to even have any, he's not going to win, but if he's going to have any chance to win, he's make it dirty, right? Clinch, dirty boxing, disrupt the rhythm of Gondra. Gondra just needs to not overextend early, pick his shots, let the finish come to him. I still think he's going to get a KO in the first round.
And I've never seen this on Tapology, 97% going with Ryan Gondra. So
shit.
Hey, it might be free money, minus 675. I know those like big odds might be a good parlay piece.
Type shit. All right, let's move on. We've got another Mexican fighter on the card. It's Santiago Luna. He's taking on Angel Pacheco, who's probably also Mexican realistically, but he's from the United States. How do you see this fight going?
Yeah, Santiago Luna, DS, undefeated. He's a good fighter, man. Border boy, by the way, which is an insane.
By the way, another fucking massive favorite. I hate this card.
Yeah, this card sucks. Undefeated. He's a composed kid, good fundamentals. He's super goddamn clean. He's crispy. He's got some good balance, DS. He's well-rounded everywhere. Fights super smart. Fights kind of ahead of his years, ahead of his experience, I should say. His confidence is super goddamn high. He's taking on Angel Pacheco, who is just a very scrappy, durable fighter. He is UFC caliber, unlike some of the people earlier on this card that we were talking about, but massive holes in his game, man. He's
13-year age difference. Another 21-year-old fighter, by the way.
Yeah, just he has defensive holes in his game, man. He's willing to engage too much for me. He's too goddamn hittable. Santiago Luna has such an advantage in the grappling that if he chooses to take it there, I think that's the easiest route. I think he will. I think he's going to kind of kick some ass in the first round. Round two, he's going to like get the pace going, the pressure going. We're going to see Angel Pacheco start to fade a little bit due to the altitude, like you were saying, and then he's just going to get himself a submission on the ground. I think that's the easiest way to go. So that's what I'm doing. Santiago Luna, round 2 submission.
And you have a basis to back that up, right? Like he's got a couple submission wins. He's a finisher, dude. He's a fucking finisher. He's finished every single fight. He's undefeated. He's finished every single fight that he's won. He's got a few knockouts. He's got a few submissions. He's decently well-rounded. He's 21 years old, man. Again, it's one of those where it's obvious what the UFC is doing here. There's a reason he's 21 and a massive favorite here. He's very much a I smell blood finisher. When guys start backing up, and I love that. I think there's something to be said about that. There's a lot of guys that don't have that instinct. So Pacheco, I've seen him be pretty stationary as a target. I think that's going to really work against him here. For Pacheco, I mean, I guess the key for him would be like if he can work that lateral movement and try to get some counters in, and if he does get hurt, try to clinch. I just think he's gonna be too aggressive. My only thing is like don't gas yourself out. Again, Mexico City. So, I think you need to break them down and then be smart about when you swarm them. But I'm still going by KO in the first round, man. I just think I don't believe in Angel Pacheco like that.
And for what it's worth, Angel Pacheco lost to Keelan Lochran. So that's not too good of a look. I might be wrong in the chat. How the fuck is Ryan Gandra a smaller favorite than Francis Marshall? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
I don't know. I don't like those odds at all, DS, at all.
No, and this is a weird ass card for that reason. Like, there's a lot, like you said, a lot of debutantes, a lot of massive favorites, a lot of young ass fighters. So, and speaking of which, we've got another undefeated Mexican fighter on the card next, and it's Emmanuel Rodriguez. He's taking on Kevin Borjas, who is obviously a UFC veteran at this point. How do you see this one going? And we went from -700, -600 to -455. All these fights are insane. So if you see us picking a shit ton of favorites, like, it's not our fault.
Deal with it, right? Look, DS, this is one again where I'm going to mention the odds. I actually don't like these odds at all. I think Emmanuel Rodriguez, I think that's way too big of an odd for him. Like that should be -200. If anything, man, Kevin Borjas is a veteran. He's super goddamn experienced, has good, like, against good competition. He's tough. He's durable. He's well-rounded. He's comfortable into late rounds. Doesn't have a cardio issue. I understand why Emmanuel Rodriguez is the favorite. I love this kid on the I was going to say
Borjas is boring. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, but Emmanuel Rodriguez, man, he's not proven, DS. He is really goddamn good. He's fast. He's confident. He's got some okay power, but like, I don't fucking like the odds, man. I was super tempted to go with Kevin Borjas here, but I think that was after I saw the odds where I was just like, you know what I mean? Like plus,
yeah, it'll sway you. Yep.
I'm going to pick Emmanuel Rodriguez, but like this to me is like fucking upset alert.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, this is a fight of who wins those speed exchanges, right? For me, Rodriguez is just the sharper, more explosive guy on paper. And obviously the market agrees. So Borjas does have the length and reach advantage, right? I just like at flyweight, this could matter, right? He can't give up those first 2 rounds, right? If he's going to try to fight for a decision. So for me, the keys here are Borjas. He's got to try to jab and take some good angles, make Rodriguez continue to reset, steal some minutes, use the volume, right? Just be more of a volume fighter in this. For me, I think this is a decision guaranteed. I am going to pick Rodriguez. I could see a KO, but I think Borjas is too much of a veteran. He does survive. I think Rodriguez is going to win the first 6 or 7 minutes, right? I think he's going to win the first half of this fight with power and speed. And then once he's up, I think Borjas is going to have to take some risks. And I don't think it's going to bode well for him. I still think it goes to decision. I'll take Rodriguez by decision.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, man, Kevin Borjas, only 28 years old, DS. He could be getting better, man. Has a win over a lazy boy.
He's never showed me anything where I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Just my confidence is super low on this one. I'll say that.
Type shit. All right, let's move on. And now this is actually a fun fucking fight for this card, at least. Yeah. And of course, I am talking about Edgar Kairos. He's taken another Mexican fighter, of course. He's taken out Felipe Bunez. I feel like these guys have fought before, but obviously not. How do you see this fight going?
Yeah, and this is actually an underdog I fucking love on this card, DS. Felipe Bunez, super goddamn explosive. He's aggressive. He's experienced. Comes from a good team. Fast hands, real pop at 125. This guy fights like a bat out of hell. He's super goddamn aggressive. And so is Edgar Chairez. Like, if Edgar Chairez is anything, he's super aggressive and he's super dangerous with some of those submissions that he has, man. I would say he's more opportunistic than good, though, DS, Edgar Chairez. I never believed in the guy. I never thought he was.
He's aggressive too, man. At times.
Oh, he's aggressive.
I really love watching him fight. Like, this is a guy who he's got a good entertainment factor.
Facts. Like, I fully agree with that. I think
he may not be a huge name, but if you know your shit, like, he's very entertaining.
Yeah, entertainment wise, he's up there. I think pound for pound, skill wise, Edgar Chairez is not that good. Like, I think he is subpar skill wise in the UFC. Again, he has his things, right? He has the the opportunistic submissions I was mentioning. Like, he will snatch that shit up quickly. Felipe Bunez is so much better in like the individual aspects of martial arts. I'm gonna fucking pick him, DS. I'm going Felipe Bunez. I think he's gonna put Edgar Shirez out. I'm going KO.
Wow.
Yeah, look, I don't think he's gonna engage in that grappling at all. I think he's gonna steer clear of that, and I think he's just gonna be able to kind of dictate some range, get in and out when he feels like it, land something big. And I know Shirez is tough. I know he could take a shot. I just think Felipe Bunez is significantly better than him in terms of skill. So give me Felipe Bunez by KO.
You know, Shirez loves those guillotines too.
Of
Like, do you think?
course.
Yeah, like that's like a special move.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for me. I feel like this is not the fight to chase that, right? So
Of course.
I
Yeah.
do think. What's up?
I said, of course not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the fight to do that. This I agree with you that this one is a lot closer than people want to admit because both these guys are great in scrambles and in those dirty ass situations. And I've seen them both hunt subs in different situations. So for me, like what's going to be very telling is that first grappling exchange, right? Top position is going to be very important here. So for me, Bunez, if he threatens early with the chaos scrambles, he's going to do well. If he gets a little bit passive, which we've seen him do in the past, he's going to get outpointed by Shirez, right? So for me, I just think Shirez is going to be a little bit more aggressive when the time gets right, right? Like in those scrambles, I think he's going to win those scrambles. In those dirty brawl moments when it gets in close, I think he's going to win more of those exchanges. So if it does get to the ground, I think he's going to be more likely to end up heavy on top as long as he doesn't chase those low percentage guillotines. I'm going to take him by decision. It's not a terribly high confidence pick, though.
Fair. And then quickly in the chat, Shiv Singh says maybe Anshul Jubilee. This is going to be his last fight in the UFC. If he loses, he might not get another one. He's saying Indian fighters usually have a 3-fight contract.
He's fighting in the UFC again.
Yeah, he's still on the UFC roster. He's gonna get one more fight. But yeah, I mean, if he doesn't win, he's out. He's out. Yep. India has Pooja Tomar right now in the UFC, and I think they're fine with just one. They would like more, but
I mean, she didn't look bad.
Yeah, she's all right. She's all right.
All right, let's move on though, and now we're getting into some actually like a few interesting fights here. The first one being Daniel Zellhuber, who has the most German name for a Mexican fighter you've ever heard. He is taking on Bobby King Green. You know, Bam Bam, how do you see this one going?
Yeah, man. Look, DS, this one's pretty simple to me, right? I mean, you look at what happened last time out with Daniel Zellhuber, and a lot of people are discrediting him.
Another massive fucking favorite, just for the record.
Yeah. A lot of people, and this line would be bigger if he hadn't lost last time out. It would have been bigger if he hadn't lost last time out to Michael Johnson, right? So I think it's smaller because a lot of people are saying like, "Hey,
I picked Michael Johnson, by the way. Just want to say."
There we go. If Michael Johnson could do it, why could Bobby Green? You know, like why couldn't Bobby Green? I just don't see it, man. Look, Bobby Green to me looks way more done than Michael Johnson
does.
No doubt. We know Bobby Green has like the consistent foot problems. That's like a if you know type of situation. Look, he's defensively sound. He's slick. Tons and tons of experience against high level guys. Daniel Zellhuber is just a lot younger. DS. He's a big bodied kid, super long for the division, some good power. A serious striker. He's super goddamn sharp. Even if Bobby Green avoids the power, for how long can he avoid it, right? I just don't see it, man. This is Daniel Zellhuber all day. I think Green's going to look good early per usual, and then Daniel Zellhuber is eventually going to catch him. When Bobby Green gets into that flow state, DS, he tends to take a lot of risks defensively, man. His hands 100%. Are down. He'll just be moving his head, and he gets caught with some shit. Daniel Zellhuber is exactly the kind of kid that's going to catch Bobby Green.
He's all about the sharp, long, straight shots. Like that. Exactly. Perfect. Facts. Perfectly said there. Plus, he's fighting at home, the Mexican crowd. Like
Zellhuber KO.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to go with the same thing. I'm going to say Zellhuber, second round TKO. He's tall. He's long. Again, like I said, sharp, straight shots. He's fighting at home. The Mexico crowd energy is going to be a real factor here. Bobby Green, he's like a trickster, right? He's a veteran. He's like the veteran. He loves the rhythm changes, the shoulder rolls, yap in mid-fight. Maybe he can make Zellhuber like overthink. I just think Zellhuber is going to be dialed in for this one, man, especially after losing last time out. If Zellhuber can keep it long and disciplined, he's going to win minutes, right? I just don't think he's going to even need to necessarily. I think he will find a shot at this point. I think altitude matters more for the veterans, and I think especially somebody like Bobby Green, who relies on constant movement, and keeps his hands low. So for me, Bobby Green has to try to make it ugly, try to steal round one with like weird looks and counters, force Zellhuber to lead. Zellhuber, I think, is just going to work the jab, the teep, and just work those straight shots. And like you said, man, I think it's a perfect matchup for him. And I think the UFC actually did a great job scheduling this. I'm going to go Zellhuber second round TKO here.
Boom. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about with that fight, and this will probably be it for Bobby Green. It's this or one, and maybe one more.
I mean, it should have been it, right? Yeah. Like, so anyway, all right, let's move on to the co-main event of the evening, which is Marlon Chito Vera. He is taking on David Martinez, who I'm really not that fucking big on. Like, the fact that he's a co-main event is fucking weird as fuck to me, but all right. How do you see this fight going?
I'm pressing all sorts of shit here, DS. Look, I'm surprised he said that, man, because I don't like David Martinez, but I think very fucking highly of this kid, man. And you know I'm a Marlon Chito Vera fan. I think it's time to let go of Chito, man. Last time out, super goddamn disappointing, DS. He never seems to correct the mistakes, man. And it makes you look back in retrospect.
That's such a good way to put that.
Right. It makes you look back on Cheeto's career and look through like a different lens. And it's like, fuck, man, you hate saying this about fighters, but maybe he was fucking lucky catching all those people late in fights. You know what I mean? I don't like saying that, but at the same time, it's the same fucking problems we've had with Cheeto for years at this point. He's a slow starter. His fucking output is never there. It always ended up just being a big shot that caught people late, usually with defeat. Like, I just don't get it, man. Last time out against Amin Zahabi, that fight was right fucking there for him to win. Right there for him to win.
He does that Peter Yan thing.
And the problem with that, DS, is when you're Peter Yan, you know that Peter Yan is going to get to a point in rounds 3, 4, and 5 where he's going to turn it up and the volume is going to be there. With Cheeto, the volume never fucking gets there, especially anymore. It's just a power thing. Like, he doesn't even have much power. It's like a big shot that he lands. I don't like that at all for Chito Vera, man. I know he's still dangerous at times. David Martinez, super fucking fast, DS. He's a hungry fighter. This kid's like fucking stance, his karate stance, his movement, unbelievable. The defense, unbelievable on this kid. He's super fast. He's dangerous. And I'm going to go out there and say this. Besides your Brandon Morenos and your Alexa Grassos, so the Mexicans that have been champions in the UFC, I really do believe at this point that David Martinez is Mexico's next best hope for UFC gold.
No doubt.
So I think
you're a big Lupe Godinez guy.
I'm not. So I think David Martinez wins this fight, DS. I think he's going to get a decision. It's very difficult to finish Chito Vera. I think David Martinez is going to go far. We're going to see David Martinez in like a top 5 matchup really goddamn soon. Really soon.
I'm not that high on him as you are, but I don't. I've gone back and forth on this one, man, especially at the odds. Like, I want to pick Chito, but man, that last fight, it did not look good at all. And again, like, Peter Yan will download info, right? Like, we compare them a lot. He'll download info, but then the output will match, right? Whereas Chito Vera, like you said it perfectly. He's looking for that finishing shot. And I don't think it's out of the question that he finds it here. And that's why I've gone back and forth, and I kind of want to pick him. And especially like the leg kicks are like dangerous as fuck. I could see you talked about the speed of David Martinez. I could see the leg kicks really slowing that down. And I think that will happen. But ultimately, man, I'm not as high as most people are, or as you are on David Martinez. I don't think he'll be top 5 like that, but I do think he's pretty fucking good. He's faster. He's a cleaner early striker. He's much more a momentum fighter. I think that matches up poorly with Chito Vera.
Yeah.
He's very durable. I don't see a finish. I'm going to go by decision here. But if the pace slows down, man, like if the leg kicks work and the pace slows down, I could see Chito fucking doing some damage, man. I really can. And slowing down with the leg kicks and maybe landing a big shot. I'm really close to picking him. But for now, I'm going to go David Martinez. But where can they find the official picks, Dino Bam?
That's going to be at the107 MMA on Instagram, guys. That's where the official picks go up Saturday morning. So the morning of the fights, we have the official picks posted there. That's our picks of record. DS, we're also going to we should be doing on Tapology. You can like do picks. We should make a 10-7 Tapology and like
let's do it.
That way we can track our picks. Regardless, man, look, I don't like David Martinez very much. I'm glad they cut his sister. She was a very fucking annoying fighter. This kid's fast, man. He's fucking good. And Cheeto just doesn't throw enough DS. Like, he just doesn't fucking go for it. There's like no hunger.
Which is fucking crazy because, like, if that is your biggest flaw, my guy, just throw early. Like, throw more early. Like, it's not like a hard thing to change. Like, you don't need to get the feel for everybody. Try some shit. Like, are you scared? Like, it's crazy. I don't know. That's a crazy. Like, how many times? Like, okay, if you're a Cheetos coach, what are you telling them? Hey, bro, you can't wait that long. How many times do you have to say that? I don't know. That's crazy. But
And think about it, man. Like, he didn't throw against Sean O'Malley. Like, fine, dude. It was a title fight. You shelled up. Like, I'm willing to excuse you for that. It was a big moment. It's Sean O'Malley. He's the champion. He's a big striker with big power. Fine. The next time out, I'm willing to forgive it, man. Davison Figueiredo, for what it's worth. Yes, he's a lot shorter, and that looks like a bad matchup for Figgy. I picked Figgy, by the way.
I know you do.
But it's like, Davison Figueiredo has real fucking power. He's scary, man. We've seen highlight reels of him knocking people the fuck out. Last time out, Ayman Zahabi, like Ayman Zahabi, dude, you're not going to throw against Ayman. Like, where is the danger? Where is the danger in Ayman Zahabi? I don't get it, man.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Super goddamn disappointed. And David Martinez has real power. So if Cheeto is going to be fucking more hesitant than usual, I feel like. Regardless, I'm done talking about it.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the main event, which is Brandon Moreno. He's taking on Loner Kavanaugh. Again, it was supposed to be Asu Almabayev. I am very more than anything curious how you think this one's going to go.
Yeah, look, DS. Now, this is the fight that, obviously.
This is the whole card.
Right. This is the entire fucking card, man. And of course, the thumbnail's alluding to this. So we should talk about that before we get into the official breakdowns. A couple things of note here. First and foremost, Brandon Moreno, not scheduled originally to fight Lonnie Kavanaugh, right? Supposed to fight Asu Almabayev. They're giving Brandon Moreno this opportunity to be a main event in Mexico. Usually towards the end of people's careers, you know what that means. The UFC is expecting him to kind of be done, right? Give Brandon Moreno a swan song.
And props to Brandon for taking the fight still.
Of course, shout out Brandon Moreno after a loss to Tatsuro Taira, willing to have a quick turnaround against Asu Almabayev. The fight falls out, DS. The fight falls out. Asu Almabayev pulls out. Fucking shocker. The UFC scrambling to find out what to do. They offer this fight to friend of the channel here at D107 MMA, Charles Energy Johnson, who we don't need to go on that whole fucking rant. Charles Johnson, one of the most underappreciated, kind of disrespected by the organization guys in UFC history. Finally gets himself an opportunity to step in on short notice against a massive name. He accepts DS, and then the UFC doctors don't fucking clear him. Okay? The UFC doctors don't clear him. This shit falls into the lap of Lonnie Kavanaugh. Now, for Lonnie Kavanaugh, they had moved him up into the rankings last week at 15, so Brandon Moreno can fight a ranked opponent. This week, they pull him out. They take him out of the rankings, which makes no sense. That was
wild. I didn't understand that at all.
Makes no fucking sense to me. So we have Brandon Moreno fighting at home against a unranked guy. Now, the positives in this for Lonnie Kavanaugh, you are facing Brandon Moreno. This is the biggest fight of Lonnie Kavanaugh's life by, fucking tenfold, right? By 100 times. This is the biggest name he's ever fought. If he gets himself a win, DS, he's one win away from a title shot. At 125, he's one win away from a title shot.
It's a boost. It's crazy.
And of course, Charles Johnson knocked him out last time. Now, fight breakdown wise, look, Lonnie Kavanaugh is super goddamn talented, guys. He's super confident, DS. He's got fast hands. He's very aggressive. We've seen real power from this kid. He's willing to exchange. Last time out, he was kind of beating up on Charles Johnson for that first round. And I hate saying that, but he was beating CJ's ass, man. And then all of a sudden in like round 2, DS, you could almost see it. And when we talked to CJ afterwards, he was at the airport coming home from Asia. We were talking to him and he was like, man, like I saw it. And I was like, dude, I'm glad you mentioned that, because on TV, there was like a moment where you could see there was like literally a switch hit Lonnie Kavanaugh. He's like, I'm fucking exhausted now all of a sudden. And CJ capitalized, man, knocked his ass out. But Lonnie Kavanaugh's game, man, he's taking on Brandon Moreno, as I mentioned, a former champion, an absolute legend, a future Hall of Famer, experience like nobody's business at 125 DS. He has everything. Great striking, some of the cleanest boxing that you're going to see in all of MMA. But
he's never out of sorts. Like there's not a situation where like he'll look out of sorts in,
ever. Really good on the ground. We've seen him get some submissions, famously over Davison Figueiredo in their second title fight. We've seen him controlled, right? But Brandon Moreno, he thrives on like these high output, big level fights, DS. And this is a main event in Mexico. This is going to be massive for him. The question marks come down to what we saw last time. The first time we've ever seen Brandon Moreno put away. And it was by a young guy in Tatsuro Taira who is fighting for the title now. Look, man, I'm very worried for Brandon Moreno Diaz because Loney Kavanaugh is game. He has serious power.
He belongs, man. He fucking belongs no matter how this fight goes. And that's the thing is like, this is such a good opportunity for him because even if he fucking loses, and I don't think he'll get like, he's not getting knocked out by Brandon Moreno.
Right. Look,
well, even if he loses, there is no downside here. So he belongs for sure.
Look, again, I agree. I think Loney Kavanaugh is one of the top. I think he belongs in the rankings. And I think ultimately we will see him towards the top of the rankings at some point in the near future. The question mark is it now? If Brandon Moreno loses this fight, DS, it's over. If he wins, he's another 1 or 2 fights away from a potential title shot, which who knows with the way 125 is going right now. I just ultimately think that Loney Kavanaugh, what I saw last time out was him breaking in round 2. And this time we're at elevation on a short notice fight, DS. Yep. I think Brandon Moreno is going to be more used to the elevation. And I just think he's a championship level fighter, which Loney Kavanaugh is not at this point in his career, at least yet. I have to trust in Brandon Moreno. I'm fairly goddamn confident. I think as the minutes progress, the less dangerous this fight gets for Moreno. The later we go, the more confident I get. I'm going to go Brandon Moreno, and shockingly, I'm going to go with a submission in round 4 or 5, DS. I think he is going to tire Loney Kavanaugh out. I think we're going to see Loney look really good for the first round, start fading. By the time round 4 comes along, I don't think he's going to have anything left in the tank. He's going to blow his fucking wad. Brandon Moreno's going to put him down, choke his ass out. Brandon Moreno by sub. I'm going to look up that prop, but that's what I'm going with.
I love it, man. Perfect breakdown in general. Look, bro, Brandon Moreno, if you think a 5-round fighter, Brandon Moreno, if you look it up in the dictionary, Brandon Moreno's name is right fucking there. Proven 5-round fighter. You know what's one thing, that like I think is most underrated about Brandon Moreno is the fact that like his mid-fight adjustments are fucking elite. Yeah. Elite. Like I haven't seen many UFC fighters do better than him. Maybe like Volk, but like there haven't been a lot of fighters that I can think of off the top of my head that make better mid-fight adjustments. And I really respect that. I think that's like a huge thing that the community doesn't think about a lot. Blending the boxing and the wrestling seamlessly, durable as fuck. Like he loves working the body. The chin is still decent. He's not just skilled, he's layered, man. Like he doesn't fight one-dimensional. You look at him and you like don't judge a book by its cover. Brandon Moreno's like the epitome of that. So for me, Loney Kavanaugh, like I just think it's too much too soon, man. I don't see it, right? Like I think Brandon Moreno, when it comes down, I think he's gonna eat some shots. I really do. But when it comes down to it, man, I think he's just too durable. Kavanaugh's obviously got very fast hands. He's super sharp in the short exchanges. He's probably the cleaner early boxer, right? He's the more explosive fighter. I still believe in Brandon Moreno, man. I think Kavanaugh's probably going to look sharper in those first early exchanges, right? Like he's quick, he's precise. I could see Brandon Moreno losing the first round, but after that, I think he's going to win pretty comfortably, man. Like I really do. So I think once round 2 or 3 hits, Brandon Moreno is just going to take over. I think he's going to work the body. I think that's going to really slow down Loney Kavanaugh. For me, I think he's going to work in some clinches too. Mexico City crowd, the cardio, even though he's the older fighter, man, like he's going to win. I'm going to go by decision, but I like what you said. You said sub, right?
Yeah.
I could see a sub, man. I could see it too. Certainly not a knockout. If anybody's going to get a knockout, it'd be Loney Kavanaugh. I just don't see that. I'm quite confident in this pick. But if Brandon Moreno does lose, it's fucking over, dude.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we got to touch on, right? So at that point, if Brandon Moreno ends up sticking around DS after this fight, let's say he loses and sticks around, like, what are you sticking around for? What do you have? I don't think he's going to go up to 35.
He's fought the other guys, like he's fought him 4 times each. Like
right. And if he goes up to 35, I just don't see him being very successful at 35.
I don't either. He's like, I get like the thought process for like his profile seems like the type that it would work. I don't see that for him, especially now.
And with the guys up there at 35 right now, I don't think Peter Yan is a good matchup for him. Because Peter Yan
he'll lose to Peter Yan.
Yeah, Peter Yan does what Brandon Moreno does slightly better. You know, Merab Dvalishvili is a fucking nightmare matchup for Brandon Moreno. Sean O'Malley is a nightmare matchup for Brandon
Sean
Moreno.
O'Malley probably knocks him out, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't love the match.
That's an
Umar.
insane matchup. I that you're tripping me out with that because that's a matchup I've never thought of.
That's what I'm saying. Umar Nurmagomedov, a terrible matchup for Brandon Moreno.
Miserable matchup.
Like, so
yeah, and
I just don't love
low key. I think he knows that, and he just wants to play his fucking Legos. He's made plenty money, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Brandon Moreno is the type where if he does lose his fight, I could low key see him retiring.
That's what I'm saying, right? I think it's very possible that is what happens. Again, I'm picking him to win this fight. I just don't think Loney Kavanaugh has earned it, DS. I know, like, he's in the spot, and it is what it is. Like, you're here, you're one fucking win away from making your dreams come true and shit. And I get it, man. Here's the thing I was thinking about the other day, and I wanted to tell you, and this might be a little fucking abstract for some people that are watching, but like we always talk about, like, at heavyweight, right? There's like the skill falls off. You start at a lightweight, the higher you go up in weight, the skill falls off, but like the danger is more imminent, right? So you make one mistake at heavyweight, the fight could be over. But I do think.
No, hey, hold on. Hold on. Look at the chat.
In the chat. Hey, there we go. Shout out Enna.
That's my sister, dude.
Hey, let's go. Shout out Enna, big time. But here's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Okay.
Shout out Enna, big time, dude.
Big time. How many times?
Just like
oodles of times?
Oodles of times, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So, but here's what I'm trying to say, DS. We think of it as we think of that spectrum, like, the lighter you are, moving up to the heavier you are, where like mistakes become more of an issue at heavyweight, right? You make one mistake, you're going out. I think it's kind of in the middle. Like, I think there's like a 0 point, and the further you go out, the worse it is. I know at at flyweight, these people are so goddamn skilled, DS, but they make these mistakes. Do you need to get the door?
Yeah, I need to get the door. I think.
Right, DS needs to get the door. So look at this, guys. She texted him. She's outside. Anyways, my whole point that I was saying, guys, is like, you make mistakes at flyweight, you'll pay for them. These kids are fast as hell, and it's a problem. It's an absolute problem for Brandon Moreno. Lost my train of thought. Some wild shit going on here. DS is getting Enna. That's amazing. Shout out Enna. I love her. She's awesome. But yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, if there's anyone that wants to talk about Brandon Moreno, what's next, feel free. If not, I think we are going to be getting the hell out of here. UFC Mexico, not a great card. Next week, we do get a numbered event. Again, not a great card, but a really goddamn interesting main event. Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway. That everybody's excited for, right? If you're an MMA fan, that gets you fucking tingling a little bit. That gets you feeling good. Me and DS early, we're both going Max Holloway for right now. I might end up switching to Charles Oliveira. That's a razor close fight. I'm getting ready to sign out, guys. But before I do, if you're here and you haven't clicked the subscribe button, go ahead and click that. It's free to do. And then you should also follow us on Instagram at the107MMA, the same way it's spelled right there on the bottom. That's where we post our official picks. Okay, guys? We are over 70% over the course of 2 years, which is really goddamn accurate in this space. I'm just waiting on DS to get back here so he can say bye to you guys. And there he is. And he's got a dog. Where did this dog come from, DS?
She's a good girl.
What's her name?
This is Zelda.
Hi, Zelda. Hey.
Hello, everyone.
Have Zelda hit a Millie Rock real quick with the arms.
Zelda, she Millie Rock on every block.
Ooh, okay. All right, DS, are you ready to say bye to the people?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. I already gave him the whole spiel about subscribing, the official picks.
Do all that.
Do all that shit. We're also starting a Discord, guys. We started the Discord. We're just not making it public yet. But we're going to have a Discord.
If you're sweaty as fuck, hit us up if you want to be a Discord mod.
Boom. Love it. Anyways, guys, that right there is DS. I'm Dino Bandman. This was D107 MMA. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.